and a committee member of both the Palestinian community of WA and the Friends of Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Friends, like you, I too would have preferred to have met at happier times. And sadly, that won't be the case today, nor has it been for the last few weeks, scrap that, for the last 76 years. We gather here today as a great calamity unfolds in our beloved homeland. More than 10,000 Palestinian lives have been claimed in the past 3 weeks. And we call for an immediate ceasefire.
Ceasefire now! 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 Ceasefire now!
This needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Now, friends, we all know that this didn't start in October 2023. It started in 1917 when the British and Australian troops defeated the Ottoman Empire at the Battle of Beersheba on the 31st of October. And 2 days later, on the 2nd of November, the British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour decided to promise our homeland to an overseas-born population at the expense of the native-born population. We, the Palestinian Arabs, made up 92% of the population at the time. I wonder why Mr. Balfour didn't put the question of statehood to a vote. Well, I'll tell you why. Because he knew that no native-born majority would roll out the red carpet to allow members of an overseas-born minority to come and take over their land. Palestine was a cosmopolitan and tolerant society. Look at myself for an example, a second-generation Palestinian Christian and a current subdeacon at the Melkite Catholic Church. That was us, Palestinians, Melkites, Maronites, Druze, Alawites, Circassians, Armenians, Orthodox, Sunnis, Shias, and of course Jews. We all lived in harmony side by side. What was imposed on us in 1917 is something no dignified nation would ever accept. Palestinians outside the land, like myself, are denied our right to return because we unfortunately belong to the wrong community group. Palestinians in Haifa live in a minority. Palestinians in the refugee camps in the neighboring countries are still stateless to this day. Palestinians in Bethlehem live without a state, surrounded by settlements. And as for Palestinians in Gaza, our dear brothers and sisters in Gaza, they are paying the price for the acts inflicted by an unrepresentative regime. The vast majority of Gazans today weren't even around in 2006 to elect. That's right, more than a third of Gazans are youngsters who weren't even around at the time when they came into power. And we've all heard an eye for an eye. But the response that this is being inflicted on Gazans right now is 10 eyes for a single eye. Yet at the root of it all, shame. Yet at the root of it all lies the mantra that our beloved homeland was a land without a people for a people without a land. Well, sure, those that began settling it may have been a people without a land, but that land was certainly not without a people.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
To facilitate the wishes of an overseas-born population, the wishes of the native-born population were ignored. To end one diaspora, another one has been created. And guess what? I am a product of that, like many of you here today. I am the grandson of Elias and Haifa Damouni, displaced from their home in 1948. Indeed, the placing of an overseas-born population has left the native-born population displaced. Yet we remain invisible to the world in 2023 as we were in 1882. Now friends, Australia played a critical role on the 31st of October in 1917 at the Battle of Beersheba by making Palestine a part of the British Empire, who decided to give away our beloved homeland to an overseas population. I say Australia has a critical role to play here in 2023 and call this out.
Yes! Ceasefire now! 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 Ceasefire now!
We call on Prime Minister Albanese and Opposition Leader Dutton to do all they can to bring about a just and lasting solution so that we can all share the land that is beloved in our hearts in peace and harmony, and not pick sides and treat this as a football match where one being a supporter of one is being the enemy of the other. There is only one side, and that is the side of peace and love, and that is what the Palestinian people represent.
Now! Peace! Now! Peace! Now! Peace! Now!
I want you to reflect on this thought. Gaza, its population is over 2 million, which is the same population size as this entire state of Western Australia. Yet its size is about the size of Cottesloe and Scarborough Beach. So imagine every single Western Australian from Exmouth to Esperance, from Burragoon to Perth City to Malaga to everywhere, uprooted and squashed into Cottesloe and Scarborough Beach, blockaded and then bombed. Reflect on that thought and mourn the loss of our brothers and sisters every day, every hour, every minute. Thank you. God bless you all.
Yeah, Jason!